Good night, teacher. We are going to talk about Autonomous 4. It's about Unit 4. We are going to explain first template versus model. Next, please. Okay, now I'm going to explain about template. First, a template is a teacher overview how they intended to address a particular topic to educate students. And a template provides a space for teachers to plan a lesson related to their thematic unit that incorporates skills and developmental areas appropriate for preschool students. Planning preschool lesson. This lesson plan template creates a space for teachers to address developmental skills in the context of stimulate age-appropriate content information. And most preschool classrooms use thematic units to organize instruction, and a teacher should embed developmentally appropriate skills in different areas. Topical information. The top of the template contains 3 important points. The first one, unit topic. Second one, topical objective, and third one, topical activity. Unit topic is referred to the topic of teacher current thematic unit, such as transportation or ocean life. And a topical objective is, this will often be a question that the student should be able to answer. And topical activity depends the unit topic and the topical objective. And it's referred how will teacher teach students and skill development. And this part, students have the opportunity to generalize their skills, but depend the lesson that the teacher use.
Okay, let's continue with the model. The model is a final product. As a teacher, we need to follow step by step to accomplish the goal of the students. So, we have ASSURE, that is ASSURE. It's analysis, learner, state standard objectives, select teaching strategies and materials, utilize technology material and media, and require learner participation, evaluate, and revise. Here, it's an instruction design model. For example, analyze learner, you must observe your learners and accomplish the goals through the needs of them. As state standard objectives, the objectives will be able to focus in the final purpose, and obviously don't get expectations. Select teaching strategies and material is related to what material is useful to each activity that you will working with your students. Utilize technological. It's important to keep the attention of the students in a specific topic to more easily the learner learn, and require learner participation. It's a motivation through the activities related to the interest of the students. And evaluate and revise, it's like auto evaluation also, because we need to focus in if the model worked well or something change maybe. It's like a experience. So to find out the presentation of model, here we have the model and image. So that's all.
Principles of lesson design. These are some essential aspects of lesson design that are common to various planning formats. The principal one, be clear about the objectives. The first question to ask yourself when planning a lesson are, what do I want the children to learn? Or what skills do I want them to develop? One of the characteristics of effective teaching is that is guided by concrete objectives that identify what the student should know and be able to do. The principal two ensure structural alignment, open-ended questions, open-ended tasks, and the opportunity for children to make decisions play an important role in effective lesson design. However, in an effectively structured class, you must take into account the learning objectives, that's a criteria, the teacher explanation and models that children prefer, and children reactions. Principle 3, use key ideas to structure a lesson. We must identify what children need to learn in this lesson, the key ideas. In addition, we may decide that the children will need to learn creating things at the beginning of the class before they working independently or in groups, and then learn more from the teacher as the class progresses. And principle 4, consider the role of the child. Effective lesson stimulate children thinking to move from the prior learning the desired outcomes, and expert teacher combine the introduction of new subject knowledge with the students' prior knowledge. This part of the class may include an exploration of key vocabulary or a familiar problem poses in a new context.
Principle 5. The choice of example is important. An important consideration is careful choice of examples that are used to illustrate and support learning objectives. An effective lesson design will consider how to provide variety of examples that outline key features and concepts. This approach encourages children to use what makes an answer correct and eliminates the common misconceptions. This leads to understanding of potential errors as teachers will knowledge of common misconceptions can play lesson to address the error. Next. 4. Principle 6. The choice of resources is also important since the teacher's knowledge of the subject matter is key element that fits into effective lesson design. It is helpful if we spend a little time working on the problem or concept and consider the different ways children means approach the job. We can then identify resources to support a possible for specific needs previously identified or should a need arise during a lesson. It is important that the resources we choose support the learning outcomes and are not used by themselves. The use of specific resources will not be itself guarantee learning. Principle 7. Play for classroom dialogue and acquire of use vocabulary. Student discuss and conversation are important elements to incorporate into a lesson, allowing children to clarify their own thinking in reference to others. Identify key questions at the planning stage allow the teachers to prove and guide children's thinking access learning during the lesson. For one of our key roles as teacher is to model and structure dialogue and to think, listen, and give feedbacks to support and broaden understanding.
So, as a conclusion, as we already know, we must take into account each of the subjects that we have since it is extremely important that each thing connected with the lesson plan must have a good and clear structure. In the same way, we have several of the main principles to design a good lesson plan. And lessons, and that there also several designs to apply them in class. So here we have an example about a lesson plan model. As you can see, we have the name and the date. We have objectives that the students where they are going to have knowledge about the new topic, the testing, and notes. So we also have materials that the teacher will apply in the class, and the reflection. Thank you.